The night stretches wide above me, a deep blue vastness that feels colder than stone, yet quieter than breath. I stand beneath it, still centered, letting the silence settle into every part of my being. In this color, in this quiet, I am unbreakable. The air moves slow, brushing past my face, like a distant memory I can't quite reach anymore. It carries no warning, no comfort, only truth, and truth has never scared me. It shaped me, it sharpened me, it taught me to stand when everything else fell. I take a step forward, my footsteps swallowed by the vastness around me, but that doesn't matter. I don't walk to be hurt, I walk to remain whole. And in this endless blue night, wholeness feels closer than it ever did in the daylight. My breath rises slowly, a ghostly cloud dissolving into the dark above. Every inhale feels cold, every exhale control. But control is what keeps me steady, not force, not noise, just the quiet strength of a man who knows what he survived. The blue wraps around me heavy, full of a silence that could crush a weaker spirit. But I stand straighter, I breathe deeper, I let the weight press down, only to prove that I will not bend beneath it. Go in the blue. That's not a title I earned easily. It came from nights where I held myself together with nothing but will, from storms that tore through my chest but never reached the fire within, from moments where falling would have been simpler than rising again. Now the horizon hides itself, blurring into the darkness, but I walk anyway, because direction isn't always seen. Sometimes it's felt, sometimes it's chosen, sometimes it's the quiet voice inside that whispers, keep going. The world can freeze around me, the wind can push, the shadows can stretch as far as they want, but none of it moves me, none of it reaches the core I built from breath, from silence, from resilience in the deep blue night, where so little is certain, one truth remains. I am unbreakable in the blue. The night closes around me like a cold blue shroud, thick, unmoving, stretching farther than my eyes can bear. The air bites with a bitterness that settles into my lungs, but I breathe through it slow, steady, unbroken, breathing through the bitter night. Every inhale feels sharp, exhale a quiet defiance against the frost curling in the dark. The world here is nothing but silence and the low hum of distant winds. Yet there is a strange comfort in the emptiness. This kind of cold has a way of stripping me down to what's real. My footsteps echo faintly, a rhythm swallowed by the deep blue quiet. I don't rush, I don't tremble, I let the dark wrap its weight around me without sinking into it. Strength lives in these slow breaths, in the calm that rises when everything else freezes. Breathing through the bitter night, teaches me who I am. When the world offers no warmth, I feel the familiar fire low beneath my ribs. A quiet ember that refuses to die. No matter how cold the wind becomes, it's that fire, not the daylight, that guides my steps. Shadows stretch across the path, soft and indifferent, but I walk through them with a certainty carved from nights far harsher than this. The cold doesn't break me, it clarifies me, it sharpens the edges of the man I've become. I walk through storms that tried to silence my breath, nights that felt too long for any heart to endure. But here I am, breathing still, breathing deeper, breathing stronger. Proof that even bitter nights cannot swallow what refuses to fall. The horizon hides its shape, blurred into the vast darkness, but I don't need to see it. Direction isn't light, it's intention. And with each slow inhale, each steady exhale, I feel that intention take root inside me. So I keep moving, step after deliberate step, breathing through the bitter night that once would have broken me. Not now, not ever. For every cold wind, every silent mile, every shadow I cross only strengthens the fire within, a flame that needs no warmth to survive. Breathing through the bitter night, the night stretches wide before me, a deep blue stillness that wraps itself around every breath I take. There is no noise here, no rush, no weight of voices trying to shape my steps. It's just silence and the truth it reveals. Nothing echoes louder than peace. I walk with slow, steady strides, feeling the world quiet down. The further I go, the cold air rests on my skin, sharp but honest, reminding me that calm isn't weakness, it's strength that finally stopped shouting. There were years when noise noise filled every inch of my mind when chaos seemed louder than my own heartbeat. And I mistook motion for progress, but out here under the dark blue sky I've learned a different lesson. Stillness carries farther than any roar ever could. Nothing echoes louder than peace. Because peace doesn't need to demand attention. It simply stays, it holds, it settles into the bones like something ancient, something earned, something that rises quietly after every storm dies down. My footsteps barely touch the ground, as if the earth itself listens without judgment. I don't chase meaning anymore, I let it find me in the spaces where the world finally stops speaking. The quieter the night becomes, the clearer I hear myself. The wind moves softly through the dark, not as an enemy, but as a reminder that I no longer need to fight every shadow. I face enough battles to know the difference between danger and my own reflection. Peace echoes differently, it echoes inward, it strengthens, steadies. He rebuilds the places inside me that once felt hollow. It's not loud to the world, but to the man who survived long enough to feel it. His presence is thunder, and so I keep walking, breathing in the stillness that taught me more than chaos ever did. The night holds its silence, but I no longer fear its silence. Is an emptiness, its clarity, its truth, its home. Nothing echoes louder than peace. Because peace is the one sound that doesn't fade. When the world grows dark, it stays with me, step after step, anchoring my spirit as I move deeper into the calm I've earned. The night settles over me like a heavy blue curtain, quiet, unmoving, yet filled with a presence that feels older than my own breath. In this silence I stand unshaken, a warrior made of stillness. I learned long ago that strength isn't always found in the clash of noise or fury, but in the quiet refusal to break beneath the weight of my own storms. Stillness became my shield, my steady ground, my unspoken armor. The wind drifts across my face, cold and probing, searching for weakness in the calm I've built. But nothing trembles, nothing falters. I've held this ground before, alone in nights darker. He waits for the world to reveal its true shape before taking a single step. My heartbeat echoes softly, a slow rhythm caught from every moment. I refuse to fall apart. There is power in a pulse that stays steady when everything else tries to tear itself loose. I walk forward with the quiet grace of a man who has faced his own storms and lived to understand them. The ground beneath me feels familiar, a place where fear once stood tall, but now kneels before the calm I forged inside my chest. Stillness isn't absence, it's presence, a deep-rooted knowing that I don't need noise to prove my strength, don't need fire to show my resolve. What moves me comes from a quieter place, a place that grew when the world fell silent and I had no choice but to hear my own breath. The night presses in, testing the edges of my will, but I meet it with steady eyes and an unbroken spine. I don't fight the darkness, I stand within it and let it learn that I cannot be moved. The warrior made of stillness doesn't conquer the night, he outlasts it, he rises in silence, breath by breath, step by step, carrying a strength the storms can't swallow, and shadows can't bend, and shadows can't bend. And as I move deeper into the dark blue quiet, I know this truth, stillness is not surrender, it is mastery. The night opens wide around me, a deep blue silence stretching farther than my eyes can follow. I walk with steady breath, feeling the cold slide across my skin, like a reminder of every mile I've traveled alone. Then the wind rises, low, distant oars to life, and it calls my name. It doesn't speak in words, but in a pull I felt my whole life. A quiet summons from the places I've yet to reach. Most men fear the unknown, but I've learned to trust the things that can't be seen. The forces that guide without light, the whispers that echo when everyone else stops listening. When the wind calls my name, I don't hesitate, I follow its direction, not because it promises safety, but because it tells the truth without trying to soften it. The cold carries clarity, the dark carries honesty, and the wind carries the part of me that still refuses to fall. My footsteps blend into the night, steady, measured, as if the path was carved for my pace alone. Shadows stretch long across the ground, but they don't frighten me. I've walked beside darker things inside my own mind. Out here, at least the darkness is clean. I let the wind push against me, testing my resolve my chest, but I keep moving, leaning into the force. Unshaken, unbroken strength isn't what stands tall in calm weather. It's what rises when the wind tries to knock it down. But I don't need to see it, the direction is enough. The call is enough, the quiet fire inside my ribs is enough. And every gust that curls around me feels like a reminder that I still have farther to go, and more of myself to discover. When the wind calls my name, I answer with my stride. Slow, certain, grounded, not rushing, not running, just moving forward with the kind of strength that grows only in men who learn to rise in the cold. And as a deep blue night stretches on, I breathe in the silence. I trust the pull and I follow the wind wherever it leads, knowing it will never call me toward anything I'm not strong enough to face. The quiet settles around me like a cold blue veil, soft, heavy, stretching across the night, with a weight that could crush a weaker heart. But I keep standing, breathing slow, unshaken through the quiet. Silence can be a stranger to men who fear their own thoughts, but I walk long enough to know that quiet isn't an enemy, it's a mirror. It shows me what remains when everything else falls away. My footsteps move without sound, a steady rhythm against the stillness, as if the earth itself recognizes my resolve. I don't hurry, I don't break stride, I let the calm guide me, let the silence sharpen me, until the night feels less like emptiness and more like a companion that demands honesty. The cold brushes against my face, a reminder of the world's indifference, but it doesn't shake me. I felt colder winds that tore through my spirit long before they touched my skin. Those were the nights that taught me how to stand without trembling, unshaken through the quiet. That's who I become, a man who no longer needs the noise of approval, the warmth of comfort, or the echo of footsteps beside him, to know his own direction. I take sinks deeper into the calm, and the calm settles deeper into me. Oh. There's a strength found here that daylight never reveals. The strength of being alone without feeling lost, of walking forward with nothing but instinct, of trusting the quiet to show me what matters. My heartbeat stays steady, a quiet drum beneath my rib, proof that storms can fade, but the man who survived them remains. I don't need noise to feel alive, I don't need light to stay steady. I only need this breath, this step, this moment of stillness where nothing tries to pull me down. And so I keep moving, slow, grounded, unbroken, carrying the peace I built from years of surviving what tried to silence me. Unshaken through the quiet, that is who I am now. A man shaped by silence, strengthened by solitude, and guided by the calm no darkness can take away. The night opens like a quiet door, and I step into a world painted in deep blue shadows that breathe with the wind. I move through the silence with steady feet, feeling the weight of everything I've lived, yet refusing to bow beneath it. Shadows walk beside me, not to haunt me, but to remind me that every part of my past still lingers. They stretch long across the road, following my steps like silent companions who know my strength better than I do. The air is cold, brushing against my skin, like the truth I've avoided for too long. And in this muted world, I finally hear the sound of my own heart, beating slow, firm, unbroken. The moon hangs low, dim and distant, but its pale light is enough to carve a path ahead. I don't rush, I don't hide, I walk with the calm certainty of a man who has nothing left to prove to anyone. Every breath feels like a confession, every step feels like a vow to keep moving, even when the world is quiet, even when no one sees the miles beneath my feet. Strength here is not loud, it's patient. The shadows whisper truths I used to feel, that solitude isn't emptiness, that silence isn't punishment, that a man becomes who he truly is when no one is watching. And as I continue down this endless road, the darkness doesn't press against me, it walks with me, steady and familiar, like an old friend who finally speaks plainly. I feel the past behind me, not as chains remains but as echoes shaped by the storms I've endured, and the nights I stood alone without breaking. These shadows are not threats, they are proof. Proof that I survived, proof that I learned, proof that I carry more strength than any sunrise could ever reveal. So I keep walking, calm and unshaken, with cold air in my lungs and a quiet fire in my chest. If the world stays dark, let it be. I've grown to see clearly in this color. Myself, one breath, one step, one silent mile at a time, into whatever waits beyond this dark blue night. This dark blue I walk the stone and silence road, with nothing but the echo of my breath. A quiet world wrapped in dark blue air, where the sky feels heavy but honest. The ground beneath me is cracked and cold, yet it carries the truth that no voice can hold. I keep moving slow but steady, like a shadow refusing to disappear. There are no footsteps beside mine, no whispers to comfort the night. Only the steady pulse inside my chest, reminding me I'm still here, still fighting. The wind speaks in low tones, brushing against my skin like forgotten memories. And every mile becomes a story I never told, but always carried. I learned that silence is not empty. It's a mirror of who you become when the world stops guiding you, and you must guide yourself. On this road, every heartbeat feels louder, stronger, as if the darkness sharpens the edge of the man I'm becoming. The moon watches from above, a pale guardian in the deep blue haze. And though her light is faint, it's enough to keep my direction true. I've lost things along this walk, fears, doubts, pieces of the past that no longer fit. And each loss feels like a weight lifted from my back. My boots hit the stone with a rhythm that never breaks, a quiet oath that even alone I move forward. I don't seek rescue, I don't wait for a hand to pull me through. The strength I need grows from the ground I walk on, from the storms I've survived, from the silence that taught me to listen. Every breath tastes like cold night, every thought carves a new mark inside. And though the road stretches far, it feels like the only place I belong. Here, I'm not pretending to be unshaken, I am simply standing my name, let it be. If no one hears my steps, let them fade. Because the stone and silence road is not a punishment, it is the path where men refine themselves, where the noise of life falls away and the truth remains. So I walk under the dark blue sky with calm fire in my chest and steady breath in my soul, knowing that every mile shapes me, sharpens me, and leads me closer to the man I was meant to become. On this stone and silence road, the night stretch along before me, a deep blue corridor of silence, where every breath feels heavier than the last. I walk slowly, letting the darkness set around my shoulders like a familiar cloak. Each step falls quiet, yet leaves a mark the world will never see. Steps carved in shadow, steps carved in shadow. The ground beneath me doesn't glow or guide, it simply receives my weight, steady and indifferent, as if testing how certain I am of the man I become. Uncertainty used to shake me, but now I move with a calm forged in darker nights than this. Shadows rise and fall along the edges of the path, echoes of memories I've learned not to fear. They whisper, they question, they linger, but they don't leave. I walk through them with steady breath, knowing that strength is often built in a place's light of voice. Steps carved in shadow don't leave a trail for others to follow. They're not meant to. These steps of mine, born from battles I kept quiet, from truths I faced alone, from storms that broke around me, but never broke me, but never broke me, but never broke me. Yeah. Slowly, cold around my face, as if tracing the outline of the man I've grown into. But the cold doesn't sway me. I've learned to carry a quiet fire inside, a low burning certainty that doesn't need to roar to stay alive. My heartbeat stays steady, a calm drum within the silence, guiding me deeper into the blue-washed dark. I don't rush, I don't search for light. The night is not my enemy, it's the canvas on which I've rebuilt myself piece by piece, breath by breath. Every shadow I walk feels like a story no one else will ever read, but I don't need the world to know where I've been. Some journeys are meant to remain unspoken, etched only in the steps that carried me forward. And so I keep moving, unhurried, unshaken, letting the night hold my stride without taking it from me. I carve each step with purpose, with patience, with the quiet strength I earned in silence. Steps carved in shadow, invisible to the world, but undeniable in the man who walks them. The night settles deep around me, a thick veil of dark blue cold that wraps itself across my shoulders like a silent chant. The air stinks sharp as memory, but my breath stays steady, calm, controlled, unbroken, a heart of frost, a will of flame. I learned to quiet the storms inside, to cool the impulses that once pulled me apart. Stillness became my anchor, eyes for me where chaos used to live, but beneath that calm surface where no eyes can see, there burns a fire born from all the battles I refuse to lose. My heart of frost keeps me clear, keeps me grounded, keeps me from drowning in the noise of the world. It chills the fear, tempers the doubt, and holds me steady when shadows rise without warning. But the flame is what moves me forward. The wind cuts through the night, searching for weakness, probing the parts of me that once trembled, but nothing bends this time. The cold strengthens me, reminding me that control is in silence, that survival shapes slowly through nights just like this. A wheel of flame burns low in my chest, quiet but relentless, a heat that refuses to be extinguished out of fear. It is purpose, it is resilience, it is the force that lifts my feet when the world grows too heavy for most men to carry. I walk with a calm that confuses the darkness, my steps slow but filled with a certainty that only fire can give. The frost keeps me measured, the flame keeps me alive. Together they shape a man who fears nothing. The night can bring the dark blue sky, hang silent above, watching a balance out Learn to hold a cold heart that never freezes completely, a burning will that never loses control. I possess yet imperfect accord, and as I move deeper into the quiet, into the quiet, into the truth of who I become, I feel both pieces ignite, the calm and the fire, the frost and the flame. My heart of frost keeps me steady, a will of flame keeps me rising, and together they make me unbreakable. The night falls around me in layers of deep blue shadow, a quiet world untouched by certainty, and indifferent to every breath I take. The wind rises, heavy with unrest, but the stillness inside my chest never wavers. My calm defies the storms. I've learned to stand steady when the sky cracks open, when the world shakes as if trying to break my footing. But I don't lean, I don't bow, I don't rush. There is a strength in stillness that storms can't understand. Thunder rolls somewhere far beyond sight, a low growl bending through the night, but my breath remains slow, unmoved, anchored. Storms speak loud, but loud doesn't make them right. I've survived louder things in the silence of my own mind. Oh, hey. The wind claws at my shoulders, trying to pull the warmth from my bones. But the fire I carry isn't one that flickers just because the world turns cold. It's a quiet ember that refuses to dim, burning low, burning deep, burning steady. My calm defies the storms, not by force, not by rage, but by an unbreakable stillness, the kind a man earns after walking through enough nights where fear tried to write his story and failed. I step forward, slow and deliberate, as the world howls against me. But every step feels like a promise that no chaos, no wind, no rising tide of doubt will decide the path beneath my feet. Lightning cuts the sky, sudden and violent, yet it only illuminates the steady shape of who I become. Not unscarred, not untouched, but unshaken. Storms may roar, they may push, they may try to bend the edges of my resolve, but inside I remain a quiet ocean, deep, controlled, untouched by the waves above. The night grows louder as the storm builds its fury, yet I walk with the calm the darkness cannot swallow. Strength doesn't always fight back, simply stands, breath after breath. And as the storm swirls wildly around my silent stride, I feel the truth settle inside me. My calm defies the storms, and that is why I rise when everything else falls. The night lies wide and empty, a deep blue field of cold that stretches farther than any memory I carry. The ground beneath me is pale and silent, a frozen dust that cracks softly under every step I take. I move forward anyway, leaving footprints that the wind will soon erase. And somehow that feels right. There's no warmth in the air, no comfort in the shadows, but I don't look for idle. I've walked through colder places inside my own chest, and those left marks deeper than anything nature could carve out here. The cold is honest, and honesty I can endure. My breath rises in faint clouds, drifting into the quiet, as if the night is inhaling my resolve. Each exhale feels steady, controlled, a slow release of everything. I no longer need to carry footprints through the frozen dust. That's all I leave behind, and that's enough. The wind brushes against my shoulder, sliding past like a whispered challenge, but my stride stays even. I learned long ago that strength isn't proven in the warmth of daylight, but in the way a man keeps moving when the world turns cold and no one is there to watch. The horizon hides beneath shadows, a faint line blurred between the dark and the darker. Yet I walk without searching for light. Some paths aren't meant to be bright, they're meant to be endured, meant to be understood only by those willing to feel the cold without retreating. Footprints through the frozen dust fade behind me, softening into nothing as the wind sweeps them away. But I don't need them to last. Not every step requires remembrance. Some are only meant to carry me forward, to remind me that movement itself is a quiet kind of victory. The night grows deeper, the cold sharper, but my heart stays steady, anchored by a fire that never needed warmth to survive. A fire built from solitude, from silence, from resilience, shaped slowly in places just like this. So I keep walking, one breath at a time, one step after another, leaving disappearing marks across a frozen world that cannot break me. and dust, temporary on the surface, but permanent in the man who walks there. The sky grows dark above me, swirling in deep blue shadows, and the wind rises like a warning only I can hear. The world shakes at the edges, heavy with thunder, but my feet stay planted in the cold, solid ground. I've stood in storms before. This one won't take me. Lightning cuts through the night like a memory resurfacing, bright, sharp, impossible to ignore. But I don't flinch, I don't bow my head. I let the rain hit my skin, let the cold settle in my bones, and all it does is remind me that I'm still here, still standing. Every drop feels like a question asked by the sky. Will you fall this time? But the answer is simple, firm, unshaken. I rise in the wind, I breathe in the chaos, and I walk forward through the noise. The storm can roar, but I won't echo its fear. I've carried heavier things than thunder, felt colder nights than this rain, and survived truths far harsher than the wind. What shakes others only steadies me. Clouds turn like battles I once fought alone, but I'm no longer the man who trembled in the dark. I've built strength in silence, earned resilience in nights without warmth, and learned that nothing outside of me can break what I built within. The wind pushes, but I push back. The rain blinds, but I open my eyes wider. The thunder threatens, but I refuse to listen. I walk with calm fire in my chest, each heartbeat steady against the chaos. A quiet promise that I will not be moved. The world may try to drown my steps, wash away my tracks, erase the proof that I've come this far. But storms don't decide my path, I decide my pace, my breath, my rise. If the sky wants to unleash its full weight, let it fall. If the darkness wants to swallow every horizon, let it try. I walk through it all, because strength isn't found in sunlight. It's forged in storms like this. And when the winds finally weaken and the thunder fades into memory, I will still be here, unbroken, unshaken. Proof that the storm won't take me. There's a cold wind rising as I step into the blue tinted night, and the world feels heavy, but my feet stay firm on the ground. Every breath I take carries a memory I've outgrown, yet none of them weigh me down the way they once did. I walk forward, steady, unhurried, unbroken. I've learned to live with the quiet burn that never leaves the center of my being. A silent fire, slow in control, the mark of a man who refused to fall, even when everything inside him trembled. There is iron inside my chest, not forged in comfort or praise, but built from nights where I stood alone, from storms that tried to carve me apart, from battles no one ever saw me fight. The dark blue sky spreads above like a vast witness, holding my secrets without judgment. The air tastes metallic, sharp and real, and every heartbeat feels heavier, as if the iron within me grows stronger with each step I take. I don't fear the shadows along the way. They stretch, they shift, they whisper, but they hold no power over a man who has survived himself before anything else. They follow, yet they do not command. My past rises behind me like distant thunder, but it no longer shakes my bones. I've carried loss, disappointment, quiet nights of doubt, and they've shaped me, tempered me, turned fragility into something solid. Strength doesn't shout in my world, it hums like a low current under the skin, calm, steady, unyielding. And though no one sees the storms I've endured, their mark is etched in the iron I now carry. I keep moving through the silence, feet striking the ground with certainty, as if each step is a reminder that I'm not the man I once was. I'm the one who rebuilt himself when no one came to help. If the night deepens, I walk. If the cold rises, I breathe. If doubt tries to return, I stand taller, because the iron inside my chest isn't armor, it's identity. So let the world stay dark and indifferent, let the wind test my resolve. I forge myself in places where light rarely comes, and I've learned that true strength is a quiet fire no one can extinguish.